Even in seemingly ridiculous news stories, you see the rot. Sports Illustrated Swimsuit issue. Do you get that? When I was a kid, occasionally if there was one lying around, maybe I would have taken a look, but not in a while have I ordered Sports Illustrated. I don't read Sports Illustrated. I don't think many people do. But they've made history this year because for the first time, they will have a dude on the cover of their swimsuit issue. Now, it is a dude who thinks that he's a woman, or who pretends to be a woman or who dresses like a woman. But it's a dude. Talk about gender parity, talk about rising up over the oppressive yoke of the established class. Finally, men who have been excluded from the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue for so long, finally we get to overcome that oppression from the women, from the matriarchy, and wear bikinis on the cover of the issue. This guy, Valentina Sampaio, is going to appear on this cover. On the face, it seems like a stupid story. Nobody cares, no one even reads Sports Illustrated, but this little story carries a lot of significance. The reason that the left is pushing this trans issue, which affects what? How many people are genuinely confused about their sex? Well, more and more each day, but as a medical matter, very few. A vanishingly small percentage of people. But the left has pushed this for years. The bathrooms, the transgenderism in Hollywood. Halle Berry is now not allowed to play a woman who thinks that she's a man, because women who think that they're men can now only be played by men. I guess that's another win for the oppressed men over the matriarchy. The reason they're pushing this is because at the heart of that is a cherished leftist premise, which is that there's no difference between men and women. The sexes are not complementary, they don't go together, they're indistinguishable, they're identical. Men can be women, women can be men, we're all just sort of the same. We're all just these floating atoms. We have no natural constraints by our biology, no natural social constraints by, say, our family or our local communities or our voluntary associations. We are all just free-floating atoms. This is why sometimes you'll see, when there are big debates between the most arch-libertarian and the most arch-communist, they both have the same premises, which is that people are just individuals that can do whatever they want, basically. And then one group says they should all be separated all the time, and one group says they should all be brought together all the time. Well, when they're all separated, it's much easier to bring them together, which is why the advance of hyper, super-duper individualism tends to lead to a growth of the state. Now, is all of that contained within the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue? Are all of these premises contained within a dude wearing a bikini on the cover of a magazine? This radical liberation that we can overcome it? Yes, it is. But we don't notice it. That's cultural hegemony. That's political correctness, whatever you want to call it. That's how insidious it is. It's why we have to pay very close attention to the small things. On the great television show, The Crown, the Queen's private secretary, Tommy Lascelles, has this great line, which is he's talking about why it matters that we pay attention to our rituals, to our traditions. He's talking about it in the wake of the abdication of Edward VIII. And the line is, it's in the small things that the rot starts. Do the wrong thing once, it's easier to do it again. Do the individualistic thing once, it's easy to do it again. That's what we're seeing here. That's why this relentless push. Wear the effing mask. Do that. Just do it. Use the effing pronoun. Call him, her. Just do it. It's nothing. It doesn't matter. It's not important. Let men go change in the little girl's room. Just do it. It's not important. Well, if it's not important, why do you seem so intent, left-wingers, on forcing us to do it? If it doesn't matter. If it's just a small thing, because it's not just a small thing. Even small things are not small things. That is where the rot begins. This video is sponsored by BlinkSale, the revolutionary invoicing software for contractors and small businesses. Spend less time billing and more time making bank with BlinkSale. Get a free trial at the link in the video description.